láyé olúgbọ́n mo ké borùn méje ẹ ò máa kọ yí lórin láyé àrẹ̀sà mo ké borùn mẹ́fà ẹ ò máa kọ yí lórin láyé ìsẹ̀yìn èmi ra kókò mo ra rán mo ra sányán bàbá sọ àfọ̀lẹ́ ló lè pélé.
Hello everyone, my name is Adeyemo Adegbenga and I welcome you to my new Yoruba Abrahamic YouTube video. Today I want to talk about how Haram prohibition in the Bible and the Quran has never been the way of the African people in prehistorical time. Not after the Europeans or the Pale Arab, the invaders, brought their own religion and normalizes what are far from the reality of taboo. Religion harams, better understood as faith prohibition, are all collective man-made restrictions that absolutely have no trail with the Almighty, have no link with the Quran, the Bible, or even the Yoruba traditional old Rifa, which also serve as the world Abrahamic tradition origin, that were being politically initially taken from and shaped into something exaggerative beyond what it was today. To be fair, the Christians don't emphasize this much relating to prohibition or within the act or behavioral spaces, but they rather focuses more on what people consume when we relate it to food or drink. Unlike the Christians, who seems to have turned everything upside down, they've turned everything that could ever make the human feel alive, enjoy the benefit of living, they've turned it to a prohibition or an evil. To understand that the only thing left for them not to prohibit today has to do with the hair that the human breed that we can't do without. For instance, the Muslim, officially they had about 70% correlated Haram sins, and you can see both of the list of them, the few of them on the screen board. While in some cases like that of the quranicblog.fi.com, they compile about more than 120 group of Haramic sins, which they as well said to be things that human or religion believers should do away from. But what they don't tell you is that all these prohibitions are only being accepted by those who have no clue or those who turn away from what the Quranic Allah or the Quranic Muhammad related with prohibition or what they stand for when we are talking about taboos. Both the Quran and the Bible and even the traditional old Rifa, truly they have prohibition, they have major taboos, but most of what they gave as taboo were very logical. It absolutely had nothing to do with heaven, your faith, good deed is all about yourself. And this is similar to, and the explanation is so in depth that there are circumstances that one must take as a precaution when dealing with those taboo. For instance, let's go to the Quranic verses of prohibition. We have a lot of these Quranic verses, but the common one are the Suratul Ma'idah 5 verse 3, Suratul Naham 16 verse 115, and so many other. The provision which they stated in these verses of the Quran are just 4 in numbers. One of them had to do with the abstinence from anything related to blood consumption. I grew up understanding that I don't know how true it is, that they say pronto, people who go to boarding house in early 90s, in late mid-90s, they will understand what they call pronto drink. Some argue that they are made out of dry blood, stuff like that. And in Africa, we still have some tribe who drink blood. They will say blood of an animal, stuff. It is their own tradition. But relating to Abrahamic context, which is related to the Yoruba people, and likewise the Abrahamic book, they say blood consumption are forbidden, whichever way you try to change it. The other one had to do with pigs or swine. They said the swine thing they have, even in the biblical context, it is said that the swine that they are host for casted demons, stuff like that. Likewise in the Quran, the Muhammad himself talks about how the Almighty reincarnated some people back to life in another world, that is hereafter, Akira, hereafter, here on this earth in the afterworld, that is reincarnation. It is not about dying and meeting yourself in another wonderful flying place. No. So the Muhammad himself also talk about how the Almighty reincarnated and subjected some people, transformed them into an animal. So I'm guessing with my own little knowledge that this is actually why some animal have to, because you are eating animal, whereas they are real human beings who incarnated and they were stuck in that vessel of new body out of the Almighty's punishment. That is how I understand it. So the third one had to do with the food that is said to be prepared by without the concept of heaven, that you should stay away from food that are prepared in the name of an idol. Why the fourth one had to do with animals that died on their own before you go there to slaughter them. You can't eat an animal that just, maybe you're walking on the street, you just see a dead animal, you took the dead animal corpse and start eating it. So these are the four things. A related four taboos too were said in that same Bible too. You can have three of them in Biblical Acts 15 to 29. The forbidding of consumptions of blood, the eating of unjustly killed animal, and the full preparation done in the name of an idol. While the fourth one relating to pig was said in Deuteronomy in 14 to 8. So for the Abrahamic guide, these were all encouragements collectively in something that will better your own personal life. Let me repeat it again. The whole taboo in both the Quran and Bible, which the Almighty related to, not the one that the invaders came up with later on. They are only giving you this taboo so that you can live long, so that your health can be okay, and so that you can have reasons to achieve whatever your destiny uphold for you. It has nothing to do with maybe it will alter your good deeds. It's not about maybe an existing paradise will be out, or maybe the Almighty will punish you for. No, if you do it, you do it for yourself. If you don't do it, you are not doing it for yourself. You will be the one to either enjoy your life or faces the consequences. So it was never about religion or faith. Let me give you what I mean by these four. Like the drinking of the human or animal blood, it is said by the scientists that it can pose an high health risk, such as deadly diseases and a permanent full bones of illness that you will continue to battle to the rest of your life. So if you go and consume blood, it's not Almighty that will fall sick. It's not an angel that will fall sick. If you are a vampire, that is your own headache. So these are the problems. It has to do with your own personal health decision. Number two had to do with how the same scientists, food scientists, has came up and told us that the eating of pork, which is swine, elede, increases one chances of contracting kidney failure, heart failure. You are likely to have an heart failure, an heart attack, and it will be a permanent health damage you will be nursing. So these are all health-based issues, and why the Almighty said you should stay away from them so that you will be valuable to yourself. Eating of a dead animal, which has already dead too, before you slaughter it, is often resulted to an internal microbial infection and toxin, and the body is likely to shut down sooner than later because consuming it. When an animal dies in biology, there is a sort of an enzyme that will just erupt. They will have to heat up the body till the flesh become bone. These are what you want to put in your body, something that can destroy a flesh. So it is all based on your health. The third one that people might try, that is more argued, people might say no. The Almighty said, don't eat any food not made in the name of another idol. Let me tell you what it basically means, and I'll still prove to you that it's still not about faith or the Almighty. The Almighty is basically saying that it is a non-guaranteed prepared food that it will give you a blessing. Yoruba will say the food can turn out the other way you don't respect on your body because it may have been prepared out of the normal usual way you understand it to be. Let me give you an instance. The African cook meat very well. They boil it, they spice it till the meat is more eatable. Out of Africa, there are some people, they cook the meat half done, while in some cases, like that of where the vampire history started from, they eat raw meat. I hope you understand it. And this raw meat in the foreign world is either half done or even raw. And this is being called what we know as cannibalism. It is you venting into a strange tradition that you are trying to idolize another person's tradition. It's like you are trying to copy a tradition. You are idolizing. When I say I'm idolizing Tupac, that means I'm a fan of Tupac. You always see me dressing like Tupac. You always try to see me because I'm obsessed with how Tupac look like. I want to talk like Tupac. I want to be like him. This is what they're idolizing me. You are idolizing a celebrity. It's really not about the Almighty himself. So the food prepared in the name of Allah rather than the Almighty had to do with you either choosing the idolizing the way of the foreigner over how the Almighty has initially told you to prepare. The Almighty understood the 3 processes of cooking food. Take it from wherever you are, cook it and eat it. Though it is in the Quran that do not eat from the floor. Do not eat what the Satans are eating. Do not eat the way the Satans are eating. Who are the Satans? Satans are not devil. They are real human beings. And you know the Satans. The Satans are the one who eat raw food. They are the Satan. I don't want to go into that. Is not why we are here. So this is exactly. If you not take out the whole 4 prohibition, it's all about your life. It's all about staying alive, being healthy, and being useful to your existence on earth. When we now come to the Yoruba view of this taboo, the Yoruba tradition already have a lot of thousands of taboo in their way of life. But this taboo is not, how will I say it, is not a general thing. Me, I have my taboo. My taboo will be different from someone else's taboo. But we still have general taboo. Like in Yoruba land, same sex, male to male thing is a complete taboo. Abomination to the core. It's never our way of life. Prohibition of a woman from walking in a scorching high sun in Osangongon around 1 o'clock afternoon is a taboo for us. Likewise, prohibition for that same woman walking in midnight, because we believe in our tradition that some entities own the dark night. So they will be looking for hosts to enter. So these are taboos. Whistling and at night. How can you be whistling in the night? Is a taboo. Adultery is a taboo. Before they corpses, stuff like that. We have so many taboo. But relating to this food, it is also a taboo in Yoruba land to hit a dog. It is also a taboo in Yoruba land to hit a cat and also a pig. These are all taboos. But even though they are taboos, some may choose to still eat it, why some may not, but it is a taboo. This is what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the Almighty. It's all about individual's decision, either to choose to destroy himself or to choose to stay alive. It's never about the Almighty. If the Almighty say, Benga, learn to be good to your neighbors, he knows if I'm not good, I'm the one that will suffer. Good follow those who do good, evil follow those. So it's never about that something of your good righteous will be damaged. So it's all about yourself. But despite this prohibition, the individuals still always have choices in Yoruba land to disagree or have justifiable reason to rather put them into use rather than eating. Like in Ondo, most of them sacrifices dog to honor their deity, which is Ogun. And among them also we have the Yoruba traditionalists who uses the same prohibited pig, the fat they use it to prepare what they call the oracle of God. The Ifa Eledumare, the oracle of God that you see that many prophets are consulting in the Bible, is still done through that same pig that the Bible condemned. This is why in the Bible, like Leviticus 7 verse 24, the Almighty said that the fat of an animal, we know that a pig has a lot of fat. He said the fat of an animal can still be used for a particular function, even though you should not eat it. Do you get it? The Almighty is not saying you should just throw it away. He's saying you can still use it for so many things, even though you should not eat it. And those who eat it, you eat it for yourself. You are not eating it for heaven. So this is what I need people to know, that it was never a do or die, that the way religion is portrayed today, or just like the way Muslims are saying that don't even near it. I will do a topic about alcohol. You will see what the Almighty talks about alcohol relating in the very Quran. The Almighty is not saying people should not take alcohol. I have proven it in my book. Those who have purchased my book, they can tell. The Almighty is not saying people should. He said there is good and bad in alcohol, but the bad of it, when you consume it, is much more than the good. So everything is, but generally, people just generalizes the whole thing and turn it to evil. In a nutshell, all religion prohibition in life are man-made rules for different political motives from those who brought the religion. The few for which the Abrahamic books or the Quran or the Yoruba traditionalists believe, or the other African tribe also prohibited, are for yourself of personal advantage. So whether you choose to accept it or not, the aftermath will only be told by yourself alone. And again, the Almighty has completely left humans to be the driver of their own life and seamlessly enjoy the beauty of everything you can think of. Like in that same Quran in Surah An-Nas, since verse 145, the Quranic Muhammad himself. This is another proof that all the Abrahamic thing that people are bringing together, they are out of Quran. They are man-made. The passion-like innovation is never about the Quran. The Quranic Muhammad himself is saying that, did I ever tell anyone among you Muslims today, there is nothing called Haram on earth except just these 4 things that the Almighty has specifically given to you? In Surah Yunus 10 verse 25, the same Quranic Allah now pre-warned that, is there any of you, because the Almighty probably know that this is what will become of the Muslims in the future, that is there any one of you who lie in my own name and start gathering do's and don'ts, which is happening today? That all of you doing it, you are on your own. I'm never telling anybody, deprive anybody from enjoying life. Muslim can go and read it. I'm not making this up for God's sake. So this is exactly what is happening. In generality, in breakdown, the Almighty is not the problem. The Haram or no Haram, do not touch a woman, do not shake a woman, these are natural political way of those who brought the religion. You can see now that they are rioting. They need the freedom. It is a way to suppress the community so that they can control the people. It's never about faith. It's never about righteousness. It's never about heaven. And they are more of superstitious belief in most cases. May the Almighty continue to enlighten us. I will see you in my next video. Let me press the like button and turn on the notification bell. Those who are here to buy my book, please, my book is there. You can support me by buying my book, or better still, help me share my channel. Make a comment down below respectively. I will see you later on. Thank you. Bye for now.